Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a full face tutorial and this is going to be centered around this new Ace Beauty palette, the Grandiose palette that has 8 beautiful eyeshadows in it that I think are perfect for this time of year. I've used it several times now, I'd say at least a dozen times now, for more neutral looks, for more Christmassy outgoing looks. I actually just wore it yesterday to work and I had like the goldeny color on my lid and then the 2 reddy tones in my crease, and it was a very Christmassy look. So you can really get a lot out of this palette, but I'm going to walk you through a tutorial today and I have no idea what we're going to end up with. So I've already got my moisturizer and everything on. The primer I'm going to use today is the Becca Backlight Priming Filter, and I'm just going to put this all over my skin. Packaging looks like this. This is like a nice illuminating primer. So I feel like my skin has been super dry lately, so I feel like this has been super helpful. This and the Wet n Wild Dewy Primer, they've been super helpful to not make it look like my skin is as dry and make it look like it's a little bit more dewy, a little bit more glowy. So that's been really nice. The foundation I'm going to use today is the Revlon Color Stay Full Cover Foundation in the shade 150 Buff. So it looks like this, and I'm going to put this on the back of my hand, like so. I really only typically get like a little pea-sized amount, and if I need more, I'll go in with I would go in for some more. I'm going to use a beauty blender. But this foundation, I really feel like you do not need a lot to make it work. I feel like that's where those little hairs like on the side of my face are always where I have issues with it getting like right in my foundation. Today is the first day I have worn contacts. Like I literally just put them in like right before this video. It's the first day I've worn contacts at all this week for sure, maybe like a week and a half. It's like really odd to be able to wear them, and when you're like, if you're someone that has glasses and contacts, then you'll probably get this. If you're someone that like solely wears glasses, but like you might not, or if you have perfect vision, well, aren't you special? But when you go from wearing glasses, and I push them up a lot and I'll mess with them, so when I go from that to like having what appears to be perfect vision, even though I have contacts in, like it's different. I feel like I even like phantom will like go to push something up in my face and I'm like, oh, okay, there's nothing there, it's fine. I just really like this foundation. Okay. For concealer, I'm going to go ahead and use my Tarte Shape Tape. The shade I have here is Light Sand. I feel like I've made a dent in this already. And I know like it's a small size, it's the one that I got in my Ipsy, so like it's pretty teeny. But like still, I am going to be pretty bummed when I'm completely out of it. Also, yes, if you feel like her hair looks off, like it is wet, it's not greasy or anything, I just washed it. I've been trying since I got it dyed to not wash it nearly as often, so like maybe once or twice a week, which is super hard for me because I previously was washing my hair every day, and I know that that's not as healthy, but I work out pretty much every day, so it's like I've been having to figure out how to work out and not have my hair be like a grease pile on my head. So it's meant a lot more days of wearing it up, but it's also meant just kind of using more dry shampoo, which is not something I used a lot previously, and just really working with it. I feel like it's getting acclimated to being washed less. I'm going to move this down a little bit since I'm like slouching. I know I'm slouching. Like, I have jeans on. I feel like I always slouch with jeans on. Okay, eyeshadow primer. I think I was talking about something. I'm pretty sure I was in the middle of a conversation, but you know, I am a one-track mind apparently. Eyeshadow primer I'm using is the Catrice Prime and Fine Eyeshadow Base. Do you ever like just really feel like jeans suck the life out of you? I hate jeans. God, I hate jeans. These are I shouldn't say that. Like, I do enjoy the look of jeans and everything, and I, for the longest time, wasn't able to wear jeans because I didn't have the money to go out and buy a new pair, but I also was, I had gained a lot of weight, so I wasn't able to fit into any of the pairs that I had. So I had 2 sizes of jeans and I wasn't able to fit into either of them, and this is actually the smaller of the 2 sizes now, so that's really exciting because I've lost a lot of weight, which you guys, like I mentioned in one of my recent videos, you guys will be seeing or you will be getting a weight loss video here soon. So I'm very excited to film that. I just really have to get my thoughts together on what I want to say. Okay. So I am going to do, I'm thinking a look focusing on the more neutral colors in the palette versus the reds, but we'll see. But regardless, I know I want to use one shade, and I feel like that shade looks fantastic on top of this base. So this is the Essence Metal Shock eyeshadow in the shade Solar Explosion. It's like a goldeny, toned eyeshadow base, but I just think that it makes the jasmine shade in this palette just pop so much more. So I'm going to pop this all over the lid, and I think you guys will see what I mean. Also, I have another one of these Metal Shock eyeshadows that I'm going to be using in a different tutorial because it looks fantastic on a completely different eyeshadow. Like, it's only an eyeshadow single I have, but I just love these Metal Shock eyeshadows. So I'm going to take a dual-ended brush. This one's from Luxie. It's the Luxie 249, and I'm going to take the flat paddly end with the jasmine shade right here. So it's a little bit of a shimmery goldeny tone, and I think that would probably look good as a highlight also on your face. But I'm going to put this all over the lid. I'm just packing it on. I don't know if you guys can see that really well, but it just, I'm going to take some and put it on the top of the swatch that I have the Metal Shock eyeshadow, and then I'm going to put some, like, just as an individual eyeshadow, and you guys will just be able to, in my opinion, I can see the difference. So here's the Metal Shock eyeshadow one, and then this is just the plain eyeshadow. I just feel like it makes it a lot more pigmented to have that creamier golden base. It's still very pretty, so do not get me wrong, it's still a fantastic shade with no base, but I just like having that extra little cream base for the shadow to stick to and just to get a little bit more pigment out of the shade. So next I'm going to take, let's do this cinnamon shade. So this is a matte brown shade, and I think it is super pigmented. I'm going to take it on the fluffy side of that Luxie brush, and this is just going right in the crease. The shade is just so pigmented, like, it's just mind-boggling to me. Honestly, all of these shades, and there's not much fallout at all, so that's fantastic. Alright, so on a different flat eyeshadow brush, I'm going to take this shade right here, and it's called Primrose. It's like a goldeny bronze shade, and I really do enjoy it. And I'm just going to put that on the outer corner of my eyelid. I got this really snazzy mirror at literally the dollar store this past weekend, and I've been really enjoying using that, so I'm going to try and use it but not make it ruin the shot so you guys can't see what's going on. Alright, and I think I'm going to use I'm going to mix actually the rose and, let's see, yeah, I'm thinking the rose and the poppy shades with a fluffy brush, and I'm going to put those in just like the the tail end of the crease here, just to give it a little bit of red tone to it. I think that'll look pretty. So just like with a super light hand, so it's just like seamlessly going to fade into that cinnamon shade. Oh my gosh, I think that looks so pretty, wowza. Yeah, and I'm going to take that original brush that I had cinnamon on, and I'm just going to blend on top so it's even more of a seamless transition from the two colors. Guys, these eyeshadows are just so stinking pigmented. Like, I just love them. I really do love the red shades too. I think they're super, super pretty, but they're also, like, this is just a perfect time for them. Yes, okay. What's next? I'm going to take... I'm going to take the cinnamon shade, and I'm going to put that on my lower lash line with just a flat eyeshadow brush. I don't know if you guys just heard that, but my boyfriend just sneezed. I felt so bad for him last night in the middle of the night. Neither of us slept well last night for whatever reason, which is odd because I literally came home from work yesterday. Yesterday was Friday, and I was exhausted. Like, I was just pooped. Oh god. I poked myself in the eye. I've had a really long week, and yesterday was a long day, and it was not like a bad week or anything. It's just like there's a lot of mental power being used yesterday and really just this week and, you know, really every day of my life. So because of that, I just was tired. My brain was tired, my body was tired, I was exhausted. I started this boot camp with titles, so my muscles are so sore. And I just was like, I just want to go to bed. And then when I finally got in bed, I was just like, all right, what are we doing? What are we doing? I'm awake, let's go, let's do something. And I'm just like, why could I not sleep? So then I finally get to sleep. I'm taking my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On eyeshadow pencil or eyeliner in 0, and I'm putting that on the waterline. So I finally get to sleep, and I am just exhausted. I'm like tossing and turning all night, and I feel like I'm having dreams that are like task oriented. I don't know if any of you have those, but basically it's like I'm thinking about everything that I need to be doing at work during my dreams, everything that I'm thinking I need to be doing in life in my dreams. So it's super difficult to get any sort of restful sleep last night, and then in the middle of the night, I wake up and because he was sneezing, his sneezes are like aggressive. They're so loud. And he sneezed like 12 times in a row. And that's not exact, like literally he just kept sneezing. At one point he like got up to leave because I was, you know, trying to sleep. Failing, but trying to sleep, and he knew that. So, and I kid you not, this had to be like 2 or 3 in the morning, and so he went into this room, the makeup room, to try and get away, and I could still hear him, and I just felt so bad for him. Alright, for my upper lash line, I'm going to take the Clinique Pretty Easy Liquid Eyelining Pen in black. I'm going to take my Wet n Wild Retractable Brow Pencil in the shade Ash Brown and fill my brows, and I'll be right back. Alright, for mascara, I'm going to use the IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara, and honestly, like, I cannot determine what my feelings about this are. I feel like I have to wipe off so much on the bristle every time I get it out, just because it's so stinking liquidy. So everybody, like, raves about this mascara. Like, I've heard such fantastic things, and I'm like, did I get a defective one? Because this is, like, kind of garbage, but I'm going to use it anyway. I don't know why. Yeah. Oh. Do you see that? Oh my god. Okay, yeah, this mascara is garbage. You heard it here first. It's garbage. I'm gonna have to comb through my eyelashes. Oh, it's so clumpy. It's just ridiculous. I've heard, like I said, I've heard so many people, like, say such fantastic things about this, and I'm like, you talking lies? Because it's friggin' awful. Moving right along. For blush today, I am going to use, let's use this. This is my NARS Mini Orgasm Blush. I'm just going to take a stipple brush and put this on my cheekers. I have not used this a lot lately. It's such a pretty blush. I've always really wanted to try the Laguna bronzer, and I just never have had the money to go shell out on it, so I was so happy to see this blush in a mini with the lipstick and lip gloss, because it allowed me to try them and not fork out my life savings. So that was a huge plus. For highlight, I'm going to use my Winky Lux Charm Holographic Highlighter. This is a mini from Ipsy, and I'm going to use that with a Ipsy B36 tapered highlight brush. This is such a nice little pinky iridescence to it. I just really like it. Can you see it? It's pretty. I love it. I am high lit. Bronzer, I'm going to use my Wet n Wild bronzer in the shade Goddess with an e.l.f. complexion brush. Okay, I'm going to set some of my more oily zones using the Rimmel Stay Matte Loose Powder and an e.l.f. powder brush. And for lips today, what should I do? I've got like more of a reddy, neutral look. Thinking maybe a red lip. Yeah, I'm thinking the red lip is going to look the best. So the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit in Missy and Fierce. Okay, so this is the finished look. I'm like super, super, super in love with this palette. Ace Beauty did a fantastic job. I think these colors are absolutely stunning. I think this look turned out really, really nicely, and it was super, super simple. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up before you leave. Make sure to hit that subscribe button before you go to stay up to date on all of my latest content, and I will see you guys next time.